Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Denver Broncos. With that, we're off to the Rocky Mountains. Standing by in Denver, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, a terrific night for football as EA Sports takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in the capital city of Denver, Colorado. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, look, some might say that football's a young man's fancy, so to speak, but don't tell that to these two quarterbacks because they come in here with a lot, and I mean a lot, of NFL experience.
Hey, I like the young Turks. I like the Baker Mayfields. I like the Patrick Mahomes. I like the Lamar Jacksons. But I do like those grizzled veterans who know how to play the game, know how to run their team, and know how to handle difficult situations. Maybe I'm just showing my age, too.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their veteran QB, the former Delaware Blue Hen, Joe Flacco. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Bootleg. Flacco. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. A gain there of 21 yards.
Such a valuable commodity to have a tight end who can run and get open. How about what he just did there? Worked his way from right to left across the field and found his way free.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. The offensive lineup now, and the guy we highlight, Emmanuel Sanders.
You can use him in any spot as a wide receiver. In the slot, out wide. It doesn't matter. He just makes plays.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Flacco from the gun. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And a look at the starters for the Miami defense.
One of the more underrated yet valuable positions in the NFL is safety, and Rashad Jones epitomizes what you're looking for. A guy who can drop down into the box in the run game and tackle those bigger, stronger running backs. He can also cover people, whether it's tight ends or bigger slot guys, and that gives him the ability to stay on the field every down and make big plays.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Separating out of the gun. Flacco looking deep downfield. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. First carry for Kenyon Drake. Adam Gotsis, the big Aussie, in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, Fitzpatrick. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now a draw play with Drake. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, as an offense, some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like a you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess him there with the running play. They didn't fool him at all.
Went in the wrong direction. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. River Craycraft deep for Denver. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is brought in at the 21. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the gun, Flacco. He's got his 6'5 receiver, that's Tim Patrick. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down. 1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flacco on the give to Lindsey. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Flacco under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now after the sack, Flacco and the Broncos come up 3rd and long. 3rd down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jake Butt there to make the grab as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They'll run with Drake. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. He was brought down there by Will Parks.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Bradley Chubb in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. They go play action. Fitzpatrick. It's complete to Graham. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st down, Drake. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Mike 80! Mike 47! I'm coming for you, Mike! Check it back.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Drake, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Switch gears.
They'll try to throw here. Fitzpatrick. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action now. Fitzpatrick. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 31 yards, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with 2 guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will, as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Flacco. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Here's Flacco off the play fake. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 46 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
47. Check, check, 47. Hey, defense, let's go.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick, and he finds Parker here, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Open man, it's Allen. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Set to start another drive, Joe Flacco and the Broncos. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the one interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? He'll find Lindsey here. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Setting up to throw, Flacco. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To pass, Flacco. That's complete to Jake Butt. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo It's a 58-yard attempt. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Fitzpatrick from the gun on 3rd down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end could be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now Drake. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Fitzpatrick throwing complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Check, 47. Hey, let's get in hard.
On first down, Drake, room here to run. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Check 47. Walk the floor.
From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Will Parks there in coverage to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incomplete. Now Drake loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Flacco leaves to Lindsey on the draw. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Lindsey. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
On 2nd and 9, Flacco got a man open. It's Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On second and 11 now. Flacco looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. And it's third down. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the third time he's been off target this entire game.
And, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Sua Craven's up to make the stop.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
They just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down. Right back to Drake. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a 2-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left. Those 2 points doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2 points right there, the play of the game.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. And it's taken in at the 9.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
And Denver getting set to take the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10 at their own 21. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
While we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore, I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Raekwon McMillan coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now after the sack, Flacco and the Broncos come up 3rd and long.
I got you, Pop.
3rd and long for Joe Flacco. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Christian Wilkins, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded at the 43. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick set to lead this offense. Down by 9. A little under 2.5 to go. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. First down, Fitzpatrick. Now a short one to Gesicki. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick on the right side. Open is Gesicki. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Fitzpatrick firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
We got to get this stuff.
Fitzpatrick to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Fitzpatrick, the old war horse, getting everybody up to the line quickly. And this is caught. It's Parker. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Here's Fitzpatrick. They're able to locate Wilson. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
20! 51, Mike, 51! Let's go!
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki. That'll bring up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Fitzpatrick. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.